Hello and welcome back to Woodworking Monetized, where woodworking doesn't have to be another expensive hobby. This is not a new video. This is tips number 4, where I go over Facebook Marketplace tips and tricks that I've learned along the way. If you've seen my previous episode, episode 12, the latter half, about the last 6 minutes of that video, is this exact video. I don't have a new video for you. Thank you for your patience and sticking with me. I've been on paternity leave for the last 5 weeks, thinking that I could bust out a lot of videos, but I don't have the time or the energy to do that. So this is the only video you get from me this time. In future video, I'd like to do my next video. I would like to do episodes 1 through 5, a recap of those 5 episodes, going over my lifetime sales, the sales of the ones that I did on that actual video, and things that I would do differently or with the new tools. So thank you again for being patient with me. I did upgrade this wall. That was basically the only thing I did down here during the last 5 weeks I've been off. Before this, I only had an outlet over here and an outlet down there, and then I just strung and daisy chained things around. So I had a friend of mine, extra special thanks to Zach Jackson for helping me out. So I got the plywood wall up, I've got some French cleats that I like to fill, and I've got, more importantly, outlets, and they're alternated every other one to the different lines. So hopefully I can run my dust collection and move a miter saw over here and have an official miter saw station, which a lot of people have mentioned that I need to set up with a stop block. So that is going to be a future project moving forward. So again, stay tuned for the tips and tricks on Facebook Marketplace. If you've seen that on my last video, please stop watching. Otherwise, if you want a refresher or you haven't seen it, thanks for watching. Take care. We're going to go over a few Facebook Marketplace tips on selling any of your handmade or customized items. So if you're well versed in Facebook and you already know this, this might not be for you, but you might find one of these 5 tips beneficial for you. So we'll go ahead and go into it. So as you can see up here, I'm on my home page, and then my first tip would be to, before posting on Facebook Marketplace, would be to join as many groups as possible. So I live in Silverton, so I've joined obviously 4 or 5 Silverton-based groups to sell online. This one has 13,000 members. And then we scroll down. I live close to various towns. Obviously, I live close to Salem, about 20 minutes away. And then, let's see here. Salem Kaiser. Kaiser is just north of Salem. That's 20,000 members. Another Silverton town, or another Silverton group, Silverton Arts and Crafts. So if you can get into a local arts and crafts group where you are, they appreciate handmade and supporting local business. Even though I'm not technically a business, they support handmade and customized pieces. They appreciate the value in it. So make sure you're part of those too. Salem Classified, Sublimity is close by, so you want to join as many of those groups as possible. Once you've done that, my next tip for you is to sell any item that you've already made, so not a customized piece. Sell it for 10 to 20% higher than what you'd normally sell it for. The reason being is that after a few weeks you can lower the price, or if you are willing, you can accept somebody's lower offer if you need it out of your hands, or you need to get rid of that inventory. You don't always have to do it there. So that's my second tip. So increase your price 10 to 20%, always knowing that you can lower it if you feel the need. My next tip for selling on Facebook is to sell through or list it through Marketplace first. And the reason being that when you list an item through Marketplace first and then add your other groups or sell it to your other groups, it will keep it for the correct price. I've had some in the past where I've listed in a group and then I've added it to Marketplace afterwards, and it shows up as free. And then people are frustrated because they think whatever you're selling is free. As absurd as it is or may sound, people get upset, and you don't want people upset with you even if they haven't purchased anything. So that is my third tip. My fourth tip is, when you do customize your piece, you want to list out your description. I'm not going to list them here, but size, stain, color, structure, handles, or slat width for my noodle board. So since I'm doing a noodle board, I want to make sure that I'm saying handmade and customized in my title. So those are 2 words that people see and appreciate: handmade and customized. and then we want to list out the name of them. So in this, with the case of the noodle board, we want to give both names, so the stovetop tray as well as noodle board. And then the price, I usually use my lowest price. So an RV noodle board would be, for an RV stove, would be a lot smaller. So my lowest price starting at $45. And then with photos, we're going to add a few photos, and you want to make sure you have at least bare minimum 2 photos of different noodle boards so they can see various condition, color, and style. So I've got an unstained one here and a stained one as well, so they can see. And then for category, you want to get as specific as possible. So we're going to go to home and kitchen. We're going to go to kitchen and dining, and kitchen storage and organization. And then at that point, we'll just go down and narrow it down to storage and organization. So they're not going to let me post this because I already have it posted or something similar. Condition, we want obviously new. Brand, I just type in handmade because I like that term and I want people to see that as much as possible. And we're not going to boost it or anything like that. So again, you've got your description. So my 5th tip would be to accept as many payments as possible. So I accept Facebook payments, PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App, as well as obviously cash. So make sure that you have that. And then in tags, add in all your tags. So you want noodle board in there for this noodle board, and stovetop tray as well. So again, just to review my tips. Again, they won't let me post this because I already have one posted. My first tip is, before posting on Marketplace, join as many local groups as possible, so then you can cross-post it and sell it in those places as well to get more viewership of your item, get it out there. My second tip is to increase the price. If you're selling something that's already made, increase it by 10 to 20%. You can always lower it afterwards, or you can accept somebody's lower price under different conditions. My third tip would be to post it to Marketplace first and then add groups, rather than posting it to a group first, because I've had some issues with it being listed as free when it's not free. My fourth tip is to, in the condition or in the description, list as much as possible. Anything that you can customize, you want to list it there. And my fifth and final tip is to accept as many payment methods as possible. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and hopefully you can get more viewership and more sales because of it. Thanks. At the end of episode 11, the ongoing purse was $815. Now I sold this Irish flag for $125, and the cost of materials was $52.50, which leaves me $72.50 added to the ongoing purse. Now it took me about 3 hours to build because of my mistake. I could definitely get it down to 2.5 hours or even less, but that's still $72 for 3 hours, which is $20 to $25, somewhere in there. So that gives me $887 in the ongoing purse. I did build 2 extra blanket ladders. Now I've sold all 12 blanket ladders, the 10 that I batched out, and these two. These two netted me $54 for the ongoing purse, so now it's at $941. And then I built 2 customized noodle boards, and that only netted me $24 because I did purchase the K4 jig that you saw and some screws for that K4 jig. So after the 1 Irish flag, the 2 more blanket ladders, and the 2 noodle boards, the ongoing purse is now up to $965. Let me know what tool or tools I should buy and that would give me more opportunities to make different projects. So I was thinking about upgrading my table saw. Obviously that wouldn't give me more options because I already have a table saw, so I could presumably do whatever I already could do with this table saw. So let me know again in the comments below what I should buy next and why, or what it would give me options for. Thanks again for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you think I earned it, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.